In the beginning of Perek Dalet of chapter 4, we started to talk about 7 items how a person encounters in his lifetime, almost on a daily basis, and how through these tools and gifts that Hashem has given them, then the person is able to carry out Hashem's mission in this world and to, which is Upeirush HaChelek HaRevi. What is the fourth part? Binyinei Chovot HaLevavot va'evarim. These are the obligations of a person's heart. That's the name of this sefer. Chovot HaLevavot v'ha'evarim, and the limbs. Sheha'adam mityached b'to'alatam v'nizkam. That this relates only to the person, also in a benefit, and God forbid also for a damage. So if a person uses them properly, then it can be a great benefit for the person. Vizeh, and they are kitzom uketfilah, for example, fasting and davening, the sukkah, valulav, uketzitzis, ushmirat Shabbat v'moadim, and sitting in a sukkah, for example, and shaking the lulav, and like tzitzis, and keeping Shabbos and the Chagim. V'himana min ha'aveirot, and to keep away from sin. V'chol chovot halevavot, and all of the obligations of the heart, asher lo ta'avorna zulato, that they're not relevant to another guy, only to him himself. V'to'alotam v'nizkam yuchadim bo bli sha'ar bnei adam, and the benefits and the damages, God forbid, are only for that person, not for anyone else, because it's his heart. That's why it's called Chovot HaLevavot, the obligations of the heart. V'alfanei yosher ha'bitachon b'kulam al ha'elokim yitbarach, and the straight path in certainty and trust in Hashem, and all of these objects for Hashem, ma shani meva'eroto, as we're going to explain, u'me'elokim esh'al lehorot oti ha'emet b'rachamav. This beautiful expression, I ask of Hashem, I plead, I pray to Hashem that He should guide me in the truth through His mercy. V'hu, and that is, we're going to talk about the fact that every mitzvah is made up of 3 parts. When a person does a mitzvah, or God forbid the opposite, when a person does a mitzvah, or God forbid a sin, it will only happen when there are a certain 3 things which come all together, which work in harmony. Ha'echad, number 1, habechira b'libo umatzpuno, that he should choose in his heart and in his conscience that which he wants to do. So you have to make a decision that you're going to do a mitzvah, or God forbid the opposite. V'hasheni, number 2, shiachlit v'askama la'asot ma shabachar bo. The second thing is that he has to decide that he's going to actually carry out that which he chose. So the first step is that he chose. The thing is that we want him to follow along that which he feels, that which he chooses. V'hashlishi, and number 3 is sheyishtadel ligmor ha'maaseh be'ivarav hanir'im v'yotzi'eu al geder ha'maaseh, that he should actually do it. Uma she'eino na'ala mimenu b'hem. And when we talk about and with regards to those kinds of things which are not hidden from us to choose, shehem, which they are, habechira ben avodat Hashem, for example, the choice between wanting to serve Hashem and the sin, on the other hand, and the sin. The hakavana, another example is the ability and the intention, v'askama l'maaseh, and the ability to decide and to carry out practically that which he's thinking. This will be a stupidity and a mistake to trust on Hashem whether or not a person should choose the right thing. That which a person chooses, that is one's own choice. Because Hashem left it into our choice what we should choose. So we can't say, oh, we rely on Hashem and Hashem will decide for us if we should connect to Him or not. It says in the verse in Parashat Kitavo, Ubacharta b'chayim. Maybe it's Parashat Nitzavim. And you should choose in life. Like it's explained in Chassidut, that Ubacharta b'chayim, on one hand, is a statement, you should choose life. Good advice. Thank you very much. But what's the second interpretation? Ubacharta, and you will choose life. Not only Hashem is telling us what to do, but Hashem is empowering us that we should realize that we have the ability to stand up above the challenges of life and to connect to the real life, which is Hashem and spirituality. And He did not give us whatever is connected to the actual practical maaseh, to the deed, that is in our ability, in our permission. Ela b'sibot shem chutz mimenu. Mizdamnot b'ktzat ha'itim nimnaot b'ktzatam. So this will depend on different causes, which are not in the hands of a person. But in the choice, in the dedication to Hashem, avodat Hashem, we have to make that choice. We cannot rely that Hashem is going to make that choice for us. And if He's going to rely on Hashem to make His choices for him, the Yomar, and He'll say, Lo evchar v'lo achaven la'asot klum. I will not choose, a person might say, and I will not have any kavanah, intention, to do anything me'inyanei avodat haboreh. Ad sheyivchar li hatov mimena, until Hashem will choose for me. Kvar ta'a miderech hayishara. A person has already gone off from the regular way. He has already made a mistake. Kvar ta'a miderech hayishara. A person has already made a mistake. Uma'adura glav mi'afanei ha'nechona. And his feet have already turned off from the correct way. Because Hashem has already taught us and already directed us that we should choose the right avodah. He gives us the koach and the ability to agree b'lev shalem, with a complete heart, for the leman shemo agadol, for the sake of His great name. V'odianu, and Hashem notified us, shehu afanei nechona lanu ba'olam hazeh u'ba'olam haba. That this is the correct way for us, both in this world and in the next world. Okay, let's continue. Ve'im yizdamnu hasibot, and if a person if they will present to themselves for the person hagormim, different causes, ve'yitachen gemara ma'aseh ba'avodato, and it's possible that through them he'll be able to do a mitzvah. Asher kadma b'chiratenu ba, that even before he decided and he chose to fulfill the mitzvah. Yeh lanu hasachar hagadol, the great sachar will be ala b'chira ba'avodah, for making the right choice to fulfill the mitzvah. V'ala kavanah la'asota, and to have the proper kavanah while doing the mitzvah. V'ala shlamat ma'aseh ba'evarim hanirim, and to complete its actions with the obvious evarim, with obvious limbs. Ve'im yimana min ha'evarim gemara ma'aseh, and if he will withhold from his limbs to finish off the mitzvah practically kirtzono, as he had planned, as he wishes, At least he made the right choice. He made the right choice to follow in Hashem's ways, even if at the end he did not carry it out till the end, but he did something very positive, as we mentioned earlier. And also the punishments for the Aveirah. You have the choice and you also have the deed. Of course, it's important to do both. But if a person only did one, only chose, but did not carry through, they'll still have to pay the price for making wrong choices. Of course, the greatest reward is that the person that controlled themselves, but it's also the approach and the way how to get there. Now we're going to learn about a person should know that they have to give over themselves for Hashem to run anything which is relevant to their day-to-day work in this world. In other words, you have, generally speaking, in our lives, you have two things. We have choice between good and bad, and then we have regular things. A person can say, should I go to shul or not? Then we say that that's a good or bad. But if we say, should I take this shirt out of the closet or not, then that's already just regular stuff. It's not a good or bad thing to do. It's just a regular thing. So we think that we're making the big choices. Really, it's Hashem that guides us, and we should trust in Hashem. And of course, when it comes to other decisions of good or bad, we should make sure that Hashem should give us the koach, the ability to be able to make the right choices. What's the difference between avodah boreh, between serving Hashem, u'sh'ar ma'asei olam, and other subjects of the world, b'inyan bitachon, in the subject of trust in Hashem, blessed be He. She'sh'ar inyanei ha'olam, that other subjects in the world, lo niglu lanu afanei hatov v'hara. We don't know the different mediums which can be good or bad, help us out for parnasa, from other mediums. It's hard for us to know what's the difference if I do this or that, or if I do this business deal or that business deal, or if I eat this piece of chicken or that piece of chicken. They're both exactly the same. But what's the difference? Only Hashem knows what's best for us, and Hashem guides us in the right way. We don't know which work, which business deal is better for us or not. We could try our best, but sometimes and often we don't know the exact reason. And it's more befitting to ask Hashem for the bracha and to seek parnasa and health and good. It's a nice word. It's less important to try to seek out what is going to be the way for me to seek this business deal or that thing. We have to try our best, but not to try to be a wise guy and to try to invent the wheel from scratch. We just have to let life flow and try to recognize how Hashem is part of our lives and guiding us. And therefore, it would be befitting that we should trust in Hashem. We should trust that He is going to guide us what we should choose. You might remember what we talked earlier today, that when it comes to a choice of good or bad, that's up to us. But when it comes to a choice of worldly matters, that Be'ezrat Hashem guides us in the right way. That we should involve ourselves in the mediums. We should plead to Hashem that He should put in our hearts to choose the right path. But serving Hashem is not so. By serving Hashem, we have to make the right choices. Hashem already said, you have to look what is good and what is bad, what is life and what is the opposite. That's the magical, that's the key statement. Hashem gave us the ability to uplift ourselves and to stand by the challenge, to stand up to the challenge. And if we're going to plead by Hashem that He should help us choose the right way, that He will show us the right way, it will not be the right thing to trust in Him. In these things, we need to make the right choices. Because basically Hashem has already taught us the ways of avodah, that will help us in this world and the next world. As it says in the verse, Vayitzavenu Hashem la'asot et kol hachukim ha'ele li'yirat Hashem Elokeinu l'tov lanu kol hayamim. Hashem commanded us to do all of these statutes, to fear Hashem your God, that it will be good for us all the days. And also in the world to come, Hashem will give us the reward. Utzedakah tiyeh lanu ki nishmor la'asot. It will Hashem will give tzedakah, will be righteous with us, because we will guard and we will keep all the mitzvahs of Hashem. What a beautiful way to finish off today's shir. Thank you so much to all of you that came last night. It was an amazing turnout, and also both in person and online. And Bezrat Hashem, we're looking forward to having many more shiurim, building up our adult education. And thank you, of course, to Rabbi and Mrs. Diamond. Yesher Koach. We'll see you Bezrat Hashem tomorrow morning at 9:15. Shalom, shalom.